Carcass by Kofi Fosu Forsen. My Carcass. That's the name I had for her. I told her I would suicide in you, cut my throat during lovemaking. It wouldn't have bothered her. She was used to death. It was all around her. I met her on the bus. She was reading a book by Annis Nin. She looked pretty. Sunlight fell on her face. There was a lot of light around her, but she still looked dark to me. Everything about her was dark, from her thick eyebrows to her outfit. Something Vivian Westwood, something punk. I asked her if she studied at the college. She did. Literature. She studied literature. So we rode up the rest of the way. We made a date to meet later that afternoon. In the center of everything is the moment when the world around you is quiet and all you hear is yourself thinking. I was able to do that with her. She didn't say much. It was all in her eyes. I get pretentious. It's too much for me to be normal. But I did the normal thing. We went and shot some pool. I guess you could say she kicked my ass. A girl that size. We sat around, kicked up some shit about music. She had good taste. I asked her if she was up for listening to some jazz. We came over to my apartment. I turned on the jazz. We sat at the opposite ends of the room. The music was hot. I looked at her. She was there, but she wasn't there. You know, it's like fantasizing. It was too good to be true. Would you ever die for a girl? If so, how? It always had to do with lovemaking. When it gets really good, I'd ask her to stab me, shoot me. I'd be inside of her, but I'd be dead. My Carcass. I call her that because she's dead to me, at heart. We had slept together. She was candy at first. I'm talking about the way she had her braids tied up at the sides, her lipstick, and those outrageous platform shoes. She looked kind of like some cartoon character. D.D. Dementia, punk rock star from the future. I didn't know how I wanted her. It would have been enough to call her a girl for the night. But I more than liked her. I wanted her to be my girl. I had a reputation. Yeah, I got off. It wasn't about that. This was different. My heart was kind of getting involved in it. She kept coming around. In the middle of the night, I'd get a knock on my door. I'd open it. She'd stand there, all made up. We would do it into the next morning. I started to fall in love. Whenever I wanted to commit, she had some excuse. She was never around when I needed her. It hurt. I was falling in love, but she wouldn't commit. I pinned her down. The day we were to meet, she would call me up and say, "I can't make it." I'd then have dinner all by myself. I hate eating alone. Sitting in a restaurant all by myself. having to chew and swallow all by myself. I loved her. I would have died inside of her. I don't think about her anymore. When I do, I call her my carcass. She's dead to me. I have no flowers for her. Would you die for me?